What's up guys, Alpha Stoutland here, back with a very special Super Smash Bros. Ultimate themed video, and one I've been excited to do for quite some time. So obviously I'm a big fan of the Super Smash Bros. Series, I just dearly love it, and the roster we've got in Ultimate is, bar none, the best in the series thus far. Everyone is here, there's fan favorites getting added left and right. It's insane to see just how big this roster has gotten. We're about to hit 80 characters, and there's more coming with more DLC. It's absolutely bonkers, and I love it. It is the crossover to end all crossovers. It's just, there's so many genres, so many series, so many characters covered, and it's just a great game. But I would be lying if I said I didn't want more, because honestly, there's still some characters that I would love to see in Smash, but there's only two that I really need for this game to be truly ultimate for me. And of course I have honorable mentions, Master Chief, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Rayman, Geno, the Knight from Hollow Knight, Agumon, and Rambi the Rhino are all characters I would love to see in Smash, especially Master Chief. I'm very biased because I love Chief. He's easily my number 3. But there are only two characters that I really feel like I need in Smash for it to be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and really live up to the name. And if you've been on the channel for a while, you know exactly who those two characters are, and obviously by the title, that's Shantae from the Shantae series and Sora from the Kingdom Hearts series. I have really grown to be a big supporter of both of these characters. I love them dearly. They're both great characters. And just like every other fan of their own specific character, I have reasons for wanting mine, and I figured, hey, why not share it out in the public? Because, you know, you go all over YouTube comments, you go all over Twitter, and you share about, you know, why you love this character so much, why you think they would be a great fit for Smash. But, you know, what better way than just make a big, long, rambly video about it? So, I tend to be good at doing those, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Why I want Shantae and Sora in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Let's do this. Now, normally I would say ladies first because, you know, I'm a gentleman, but I have given Shantae so much screen time on this channel, I think I want to give Sora a chance to get some spotlight on him. And so I want to start off talking about why I want Sora in Smash, and the biggest reason, first of all, is that I'm just a big, fat, shameless Disney fanboy. I have been a big buff for Disney since I was probably 2 or 3 years old. I grew up watching everything from Peter Pan and Bear in the Big Blue House to Lilo and Stitch, Meet the Robinsons, everything, man. I just, to this day, when stuff like Frozen 2 is going to come out in theaters, that's where I'm going to be. I love Disney movies, and though I don't love absolutely everything they've done, particularly in the live action department and the wokeness of those for the most part, I do love the massive roster of characters that they have, and they're just timeless. You've got Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, Stitch, Lilo, Peter Pan, Aurora, Elsa, Anna, Olaf. I could go on and on. There's just so many great characters, but they're all strictly from movies. None of them are video game specific until you get to the surprise success of the Kingdom Hearts series. This was one of the weirdest crossovers ever at the time it was released. Kingdom Hearts is just this crazy weird fusion of Final Fantasy and Disney, and it's got the cartoon aspects and the anime-esque aspects meshed into one world, and Sora is a perfect encompassment of that. He's got the big goofy shoes, he's got the big poofy outfit, he's got the whimsical nature and personality, but he looks like an anime boy. I mean, he's got the spiky hair, he's got the standard anime face, he's got the standard tropes, you know, good guy saves the world and all that stuff, which I guess is a Disney trope as well, but he's just such a great character. And before I really delve into that, I really want to talk about, you know, my personal attachment to Sora. I actually never played the first Kingdom Hearts all the way through. I started on it, but the only 2 games I've ever played to completion are Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. 2 I pretty much wrapped up completely. I built the ultimate weapon and all that. I have not done that in Kingdom Hearts 3. My brother has his PS4 off at college, and I just have not, you know, had the time to sit down and play it like that. I beat the main story, and that was great, but I've never really fully experienced all of Kingdom Hearts, but Kingdom Hearts 2 was where I got my feet wet in the series. I also have played Chain of Memories, I will say that, and I watched my brother play Birth by Sleep and some of Dream Drop Distance, so I get a gist of most of the story, and of course just watching stuff like the story so far on YouTube, I get a pretty good idea of the story and all that. But anyway, I'm rambling. So I met Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2. And obviously you start off with Roxas, and it's weird because, you know, he's in this dream and he ends up being Sora's nobody, and there's just all this crazy stuff. But when I finally got to meet Sora, I just fell in love with this dude. He's just such a great character. He's just the super nice, happy guy, and not just the personality, but just the fearlessness and the heroics of Sora. This is a kid who was literally just snatched from his island home to save his best friends Riku and Kairi with two total strangers, a talking duck and a talking dog, who work for a talking mouse. It's crazy to see just how far the series has come off of that single crazy crossover, but just the fact Sora is just this great hero who is selfless, who is willing to give his life and lay down his life for his friends. And if you've seen the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He is just this selfless, awesome hero, and I just love his personality. I love his willingness to fight in the face of adversity. He's just this great character. He's just very inspirational and just very wholesome. And I mean, he is a Disney character, so I mean, for the most part, those typically are that. But, you know, to see that in a video game and be able to play as a character like that and then be a Disney character, it's just such a cool mashup and a cool crossover between Disney and video games, especially since most of them have not turned out that well, bar Epic Mickey. But Kingdom Hearts, I am so happy, has been successful because it's a great game and a great series. I think Sora should be added to Smash because, like me, a lot of people want him. He is one of the highest requested characters for Smash, just like King K. Rool, Banjo and Kazooie, Ridley, Geno, and other characters that fans wanted during the ballot days, and even before that. He's just a great character, and a lot of people like him, and a lot of people see why he would fit in Smash, and he's just a great pick, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. I also think that Sakurai and Tetsuya Nomura, being good friends, also should play in his favor some because they work together so closely on Cloud. I don't see why that wouldn't happen for Sora, because Cloud turned out to be a great pick, and he's honestly my favorite sword fighter. I love Cloud. But Sora would probably take his spot as my sword fighter main if he ever got in. But the way they work together to get Cloud and Smash, I think, is a great indicator of how well they'd work together for Sora. And, you know, there is the issue with Disney and Square having their fingers in the midst, and Disney being the monopoly empire that it is. Would they even let a little quote-unquote game like Smash have one of their prized babies? I don't know. Of course, I feel like Square is the bigger thorn in the side of this argument than Disney is, because Disney wants money. I feel like Square is just very picky and selfish and stingy when it comes to the characters they let people use. It's just crazy. I mean, we saw how difficult it was to get Dragon Quest music and Dragon Quest characters and Cloud in Smash. It's a nightmare on Square's part. I mean, I think Disney would be kind of a headache, but nothing like Square Enix, honestly. Maybe that is just my Disney fanboy talking, but I can admit that Disney is not perfect. I mean, they're very tone deaf at times, but I feel like they could work together. All three of them, Nintendo, Square, and Disney, could work together to make magic literally happen in Smash. It's just, will they? Who knows? But I think that Nomura and Sakurai being close could help just get that foot in the door where maybe it'd be a little bit easier. So obviously, more important than a character getting in Smash is why they would be in Smash and why they'd be a good pick. And Sora, obviously, I've talked about his personality and, you know, just the crazy personality he has, but I also think his moveset would be insane. We don't really have an aerial combatant sword fighter, bar maybe Meta Knight, but I feel like he's also fairly ground and air. I mean, I can almost think like a Jigglypuff, but with a sword, where they're constantly in the air. Most of their combos are in the air, And I guess that would be Meta Knight, but he's pretty much the only sword fighter, and his sword is so short, and he's so small and lightweight, it kind of makes him different than Sora in that regard, because of course Sora has elemental attacks, and for the most part Meta Knight is a very physical fighter. Sora has magic attacks, Sora has flow motion, he's got transformations like his final form and stuff, which I think would obviously be a final smash. I don't see that being implemented into his moveset like different characters where they, like Arsene for Joker, where he like transforms into master form or something at will when his gauge charges up. I don't see that happening. I feel like that'd be final smash material, but he's just got the Keyblade he can throw, and there's no characters in Smash that do that with their sword. That would be cool. I feel like he has a lot of moveset potential and very unique moveset potential, and his appearance is unique, his moveset would be unique, and fans, like I said, want him. I just think a great pick. And besides Sora himself, the music in Kingdom Hearts is some of the best in all of gaming. I'm biased. It is amazing. It is glorious. It's just a beautiful, beautiful soundtrack from all the series. And I don't think we'd get stuff like Simple and Clean, Sanctuary, Face My Fears, or Don't Think Twice, because, you know, Utada and Skrillex and all those guys getting their hands in the mix, it could get expensive and it could get complicated. But I still think things like different boss battle themes and stuff could definitely make it in, because there's great music from Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3 that I can think of that would be great for Smash. Holy cow, some of the boss battle themes are amazing. And I don't know the names of them, or I'd list them in the comment section or in this video with the names of the songs. I just don't, I know what they sound like, but I don't know their names. I need to look those up. But the music, the character himself, the series itself, I think Sora would just be a great fit for Smash. And, you know, I mean, he's already in a crossover. What's another crossover to a guy who's been to multiple Disney worlds, and even The World Ends With You? I mean, it'll be crazy to see happen, and I honestly am doubting more and more that it will happen, but I would love to see Sora in Smash, because I love this guy so much. I've already talked about that. He's a great character, and I just want to see him. A lot of people want to see him, and all the reasons I've mentioned, I think he'd just be a great fit. Being a fan favorite, having a unique moveset, I want him. I want Sora in Smash. I mean, everybody's got their opinions. Sora is easily one of my most wanted characters in Smash. But enough about Sora. Let's get to the part you guys are really here for. Shantae in Smash. Yes, that's what most of my subscribers are watching this for. Just being honest. I love them both, but I gotta admit, channel's a little one-sided on who is getting ripped in the comments and in the requests and stuff, but man, where do I begin with Shantae? So, during the days of the Smash Ballot, I had no clue who this little adorable Hap Genie hero was. I'd never heard of her before, I'd never seen her before, until the days of the Smash Ballot. And I remember just looking at her and, you know, seeing her bikini top self, and I was just like, no, I don't want you in Smash. And I guess that's still kind of justifiable, because I still wish she put her shirt on. I mean, I'm just being honest, modest is hottest. But compared to characters like Bayonetta and Morgan Ainsland and others like that who wear their sexuality on their sleeve, Shantae's just this cute little teenage genie girl who likes to dance. And yes, she's wearing a bikini top. Yes, sometimes she wears a bikini, but for the most part, except for the fan service art WayForward does, for some reason, because they love the female figure, I guess, she is just this honestly fairly naive and innocent young girl. So I quickly learned about who Shantae was because of her support from her massive groundswell of a fan base. It's insane how big she got so quick just because of some passionate people making videos and commenting about her and stuff. And at the time I was like, who is this chick? And of course Shovel Knight just came out. I was liking Shovel Knight because I started playing it and stuff. And I just thought he was a cool character, and I thought if anybody's going to get into Smash, it is Shovel Knight as an indie rep. But looking back now, honestly, I can kind of live with Shovel Knight being an assist trophy. As disappointed as I was at first, the hype for Shantae is just like overwhelmed that disappointment. And I'm just like, I want Shantae at all costs, any and all costs. If it takes sacrificing Shovel Knight, I'll take it. But, I mean, I would still love to see Shovel Knight. I just think if any assist trophy gets upgraded, it's gonna be Waluigi. I mean, come on. It has to happen. If one assist trophy, not Isaac, not Skull Kid, not Crystal, not Midna, no, it has to be the wah! But that's just my thoughts. Anyway, so besides, obviously, her massive fan support ever since the days of the ballot, it's just insane to see how consistent her fan base has been. Even after she got announced as a spirit, I was very just disappointed. As you can see, I acted like a big baby after her quote-unquote deconfirmation as a spirit. But there were so many people that were like, hey, we can wait for DLC and stuff. And people just kept the faith. And it looks like it might pay off because she's got a chance. Like, she really has a chance. Now, of course, I want to talk about this later. But why Shantae really deserves a seat at the table in the roster at Smash, to me, she's just a great example of an indie success story taken under wing by Nintendo. Because if you don't know the history of Shantae, the first game, which is the only one I've played so far, I will be playing Risky's Revenge for the channel soon, stay tuned, but the only one I've ever played, the first Shantae, actually came out at the end of the Game Boy's life cycle, and that was not good for the series because it sold very underwhelmingly. It had rave reviews, it was a great game, people loved it. It just came at a bad time for this game to premiere because the Game Boy was getting phased out, the Game Boy Advance was the new hot tech on the scene, and just the older Game Boy graphics just were not up to par with stuff like Pokemon and all these other big, like, flashy new games coming out on the Game Boy Advance and stuff. So Shantae just floundered in obscurity for years until, wouldn't you know it, Nintendo comes to the rescue, the DSiWare game Risky's Revenge comes out, and her popularity is kindled. Not sparked yet, just kind of kindled, a little bit of straw there, just striking a little bit of a rock, not striking a match, just hitting a little flint rock, just kind of sitting there blowing on it, and it really started the Shantae revival. And then we get to Pirate's Curse, again at the time a Nintendo exclusive, I'm pretty sure. She just blossomed, and she was a bestseller on the 3DS for some time. She got themes on the 3DS. She has been directly tied to Nintendo her entire lifespan, and there's very few indies that are like that. Even Shovel Knight, with his amiibo and all that, isn't that directly tied to Nintendo. Very few are, and of course we're seeing more like that, like Cadence of Hyrule, where they're literally using Nintendo characters in their own game. But for the most part, I would argue Shantae is probably the indie that's the most closely tied to Nintendo, because all of her popularity comes and stems from Nintendo. She's basically a second party at this point. And you see just how far the series has come. She's on her 5th game in the series, and it's looking to be the biggest and best ever. There's cutscenes, there's dialogue. We just see how far this game series has come because fans have just eaten it up every step of the way and supported the series. And I really think that, Shantae's popularity being directly tied to Nintendo because of the Smash ballot and her being made relevant again because of the ballot and the DSiWare and all this, I can't help but think that Nintendo would pick her as an indie rep. And of course, people are going to say, well, if Sans got in as a Mii fighter, Shantae should be a Mii fighter. And I just don't think that Shantae, with her, shall we say, figure, would fit a Mii fighter very well. I mean, would you ever want to put that outfit on a male Mii? That is just, whoo, no. I just don't think her physique and all that translates to a Mii fighter costume the way someone like Captain Falcon, Samus, or Sans does. I mean, Samus is just a suit, Sans is just a big, bulky hoodie and a mask, and then Captain Falcon, they literally just impose his body over the Mii fighter outfit. And that fits because it's still a human shape. Shantae is very particularly shaped because, again, she's a woman, she's a girl. So I don't think that would translate well to a Mii fighter the way that a chunky skeleton would. And I just want to say I am very thrilled that Sans is actually a costume in Smash. It looks great. So glad Megalovania is actually canon in Smash now. That is crazy. And just the fact that, we've already seen indie love with Shovel Knight being the assist trophy and Sans being a Mii fighter costume, and obviously Shantae being Spirit, and then Commander Video being a trophy back in the Wii U days. But I just can't help but think that they would pick her as the playable character because, like I said, fans want her, and she's so directly tied to Nintendo more than other indie characters and other indie series. And I do think that besides, just her ties to Nintendo, her moveset, her personality, I've talked about it before, her moveset would be so amazingly perfect and unique for Smash because she has so much to offer. You would have to dial it back because she's got her pirate gear from Pirate's Curse, she's got her transformations from her other 3 games, and obviously the 5th game on the way. She's got her spells, she's got her Obliterate spell, she's got Thundercloud, she's got so much stuff to offer. She's got the hair whip. No other character whips you with their hair. It's just that she's just so perfect for Smash, man. She's just such a great fit. Her moveset would be so unique and so perfect. And I would love to see her climb the ranks to top tier just to spit on the haters. That would be so satisfying, not just to get her in Smash, but for her to be top 5 or win a tournament. That would be so great. But she would be instant main material if she ever got in. I'm just saying. I would try and still main Ice Climbers and Mewtwo and all those guys, but man, Shantae and Sora would be like vying for the top spot. Probably Shantae, I think I would like her moveset more than Sora just because I kind of tend to shy away from most of the sword fighters, but Shantae would her moveset would be great. And her personality's great. She's very playful, she's temperamental, she's sassy, she loves to dance, she's just this little bundle of energy, and she's just a great personality. And I think she would fit great in Smash alongside Incineroar and Banjo and Kazooie and Ness and Lucas and Mario and Luigi. There's just so many. I just want her in Smash. Okay, try not to fanboy. And of course, her being a girl is a big plus because so far in the Fighters Pass, the only girl character we've gotten is Kazooie. And unless we get Fatal Cutie Terry as an alt, which I really don't see happening, but I honestly wouldn't mind if they just cover up the boobies a little bit, I think that we just need a female character in DLC. And of course, there's several others that I think would be great fits. Lara Croft would be dope. She would be so cool, honestly. And there's others, I can't really think of any off the top of my head, because all of my other most wanted are dudes, but Shantae's she's a girl, and we need girls, and she has a great moveset, and she has a great personality, and fans want her, and she's directly tied to Nintendo. What more evidence, what more reason do you need to add her to Smash? And yes, I know her series is not that big, and I know Sora is Disney. I know. But, I mean, seriously, Bayonetta was not that big when she got added to Smash. Banjo and Kazooie have been irrelevant for 10 or more years. King K. Rool has not been relevant since the 90s. Ridley was quote-unquote too big for Smash. We got characters like Cloud and Joker and the hero from Dragon Quest in Smash. I don't want to hear anything about how any character is too impossible, except obviously non-video game characters like Goku, Shrek, and SpongeBob, because those will never happen and people need to shut up about them. Just saying. But I get so tired of the fan rules because I feel like the only thing Sakurai is really focused on that is like a permanent rule is no non-video game characters. I even think assist trophies could get upgraded, though I think that's a very slim chance. I don't want people to get their hopes up because I don't see that happening, and like I said already, if any assist trophy gets added, it's gonna be Waluigi because obviously it has to happen. But I just think these two would be such great picks for Smash. But if I had to pick just one, I gotta go with Shantae. I am so invested in her now, and I feel like the red tape with Square and Disney and Nomura and Nintendo would just be a lot for Sora to pass through, and I obviously think he could cut right through it with that Keyblade of his, but I just don't know if Disney and Square would want to play ball, and if they would want to play ball at a reasonable price, because I know how stingy Square is, and I know how money-hungry Disney is. Like, holy cow, $200 for a lightsaber, people, what the heck? I mean, you can get one from Walmart for like $20, really, come on. I want these two. They're my most wanted, and like I've already mentioned, like 8 to 10 other honorable mentions, but none compared to the sheer hype I would feel if Shantae and or Sora got added to Smash Ultimate as DLC. I'm just waiting with bated breath to see what the future holds. I don't think either of them will close out the Fighters Pass. That's probably going to go to someone like Doom Guy or Scorpion or Ryu Hayabusa or someone like that, and I'm fine with that because Well, I mean, not really Doom Guy because I'm not really a fan of him, but I think Scorpion would be cool. I just don't really think he fits in Smash, but Ryu Hayabusa would be dope. I don't know. Their future hangs in the balance, and I feel like it can happen because we've seen it happen with Ridley and King K. Rool and Simon Belmont and Isabelle and Banjo and Kazooie and Hero and other characters that we never thought would happen, like Joker and Cloud and Ryu and Bayonetta and Terry. It can happen. I just hope it does. And I really, really want to play as these two in Smash. That's all I've got. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really want to see them, and I hope you enjoyed the 30-minute ramblings of a big fat nerd talking about a half-genie girl and a Keyblade boy that he dearly enjoys and loves in the video game world, and I want to see him. So let me know down below, what are some of your favorite video game characters that you would love to see in Smash? I don't care how realistic or unrealistic they are. You can say Hatsune Miku for all you want, because I think she would actually be a really dope character. I don't think she really counts as a video game character, but hey, if anyone can skirt around that besides Rob, it's her. I think she honestly would be really cool with the rhythm-based moveset. But anyway, so let me know down below who you guys want to see for Smash. Is it Shantae and Sora? Is it Master Chief, Rayman, Geno, Bandana Waddle Dee? Who are some other characters that you guys want to see? Let me know down below. And obviously, if you like this video, be sure you leave a like. If you like my stuff, be sure you subscribe to join the pack, because I've got a lot of stuff coming, and I've done a lot of stuff in the past. Smash Bros, Happy Wheels, Pokemon, Shantae, and there's lots more coming in the future. So if you're looking forward to that, stay tuned and stick around. And as always, I really am glad you guys are enjoying the stuff. It's good to be back, and I'm hoping to crank more stuff out. Obviously, with Christmas approaching, it's going to be a busy fall and winter, but I'm going to do what I can, guys. So as always, until next time, guys, God bless, and thanks for watching.